is a mushroom board of India?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
What
I
all do
was
we have
told-
boards for? 3 words you can stand in a food article and 3 words you can't.
Oh gosh, this is going to be hard.
I'm just going to see who breaks first. Quick introduction. We're not supposed to do the introduction, but I'm going to break the rules already. You know, there we go. Obviously, we are here for Seeti, and we have a few questions which our producer has dutifully told us to follow. Let's see how we feel about these questions. A little about yourself.
My name is Jahnabee. I work with Mint Lounge. I write about food and beverages, and I have been writing about food for close to 10 years now. So that's about me.
Oh, fantastic. No, we wanted the first person for this podcast. It's the first because how better to start this by asking a journalist questions and putting them the other side of things.
John, what did you think the Seeti
Oh my
movement
God.
was about?
I want to be a
after being
fly
here
on
for
this
2
wall.
days?
Right. So when I saw the names of the people who were invited for Seeti movement, I felt that these are the people who have an opinion about food through their work. These are the people who know what they are doing with food through various aspects of food. Let's say you have a name like Kurush Talal. He knows food history. You have a name like Manish Mehrotra. He knows his food, he knows his restaurants, he knows his client. So it's a multifaceted approach. And these are the people who have, you know, for the lack of a better word, kind of shaped the dining industry in India as we know it in 2023. So yes.
So, why did you think we invited you?
Well,
It's okay to say I don't know.
frankly, I don't know, but I don't know.
Because a lot of people ask me that question. Like, why me?
Yeah, but and well, I'm from the media, right? And this is the first time that I was invited for something and told you don't have to cover it. And then I'm like, so what is my job? What is my role here? You know, so and maybe I'm skipping one question when I'm already answering this. It was about what we do as journalists, right? Even before we begin writing, we observe. So for me, it has been 2 days of just observing and absorbing information and getting a few story ideas, which I don't know if I should say in public. But anyway, but yeah, this has been that kind of an experience.
And have you found that by being in this group of people, and some of them come from diverse backgrounds, not just chefs, but
Yes.
some of them are from PR, some
Yes.
of them are, but they are all foodies, as Seeti connects
Yes.
people through food. How have you felt that you may decide now that you'd like to write differently or convey something differently, or maybe the way you have been writing about food till now maybe has not been exactly the way it should be done, because now we've been absorbed in this, you know, it's a
Yeah.
deep dive
Yeah.
into
Into the entire
pressure
ecosystem.
cooker
Yeah.
of the ecosystem.
Yeah. I have realized that if there is one aspect of food that I have not covered as a lifestyle journalist, it's you know, it's very it's a bit, well, I wouldn't say challenging, but it's a bit disconnected from the kind of work that I do. But I need to figure out a way to include this topic, and that is farmers. Greens, for example, they have the Farmers Collective, right? And she talked about, you know, having this collective from which they get having a dairy in a collective, and she collects milk and then she makes a tzatziki sauce or dip. And I had no idea about it. And I'm a consumer of ingredients, you know. And or for example, there was Monica
Mohite.
Yes, Monica Mohite of Parakhi farm in Kolhapur. Now I'm thinking, how do I write about her? You know, so it's that bit.
So you
far.
have felt that you've been
Yeah.
able to connect further
Yeah.
down the chain
Yes, exactly.
through
Yes.
the through the event. Sid, any questions?
So we figured this curated group, which includes you, the other writers, anthropologists, chefs, restaurateurs, investors, and the food glitterati, so to speak. I've said that word too many times today. I think it's getting stuck in my head now. And throw them all together, have some conversations, break some rules, and see what comes out of it. But the end, we want to get somewhere with it. And we want everybody who has come in, like you, and instead of calling invitees or guests, I think we came up with the idea of calling you guys storytellers. So it's the story you actually write stories. You professionally write stories. So you're a double-time storyteller here. What's the story going forward? What do you take away from here, other than few tidbits? Where do you think this journey can go? Where it can take us? What we should do the next time? And what else can be done that has an impact, a meaningful impact on the industry, right? And a meaningful impact could be many different things to many different people, obviously. To a chef, it's going to be, is it the year of fermentation, or is it the year of some other, whatever buzzword stuff comes out of Instagram or that universe.
Exactly.
But that drives innovation, that drives next year's food. How can we be a part of it? How do you think you will be a part of it?
So, I have done stories, let's say, well, I'll give you an example of a story. I did a story about thunder mushrooms. So these are the mushrooms that bloom, that sort of mature on days when it thunders.
Really?
Yeah.
It has some effect. Is it,
Yes.
Is the gas that nitrifies or something?
Perhaps.
And where are they found?
They are found in Maharashtra. They are found in Bihar,
interesting.
Jharkhand, and they are called thunder mushrooms. And it was very interesting that somebody pointed me towards the Mushroom Board of India. And it was very difficult for me to, well, the industry term is to get a quote from Mushroom Board of India. I really wish, we could have a space where we could talk to people from certain food boards, whatever it could be, Apple Board of India, Orange Board of India, whatever it is. But it would be really, really interesting if we could have that. That part, somewhere it's missing in the industry, because we are constantly, as, lifestyle journalists, we're meeting chefs, we are meeting restaurateurs, we are also meeting people in the food business, but we are not meeting policymakers.
So there is, I missed that one part. There is a Mushroom Board of India?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So
What all do we have boards for?
Everything, I think.
Turmeric Board of India.
Yes.
So
Is it Turmeric Board of India?
They just
Yes.
announced the Turmeric Board of India. Yes.
How does one get on a board like this? How much chai tea lattes with turmeric lattes do you have
Imagine.
to bring to?
We have someone to supply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You had some really turmeric heavy tea with dye first morning.
Yes. It was so nourishing.
Yeah. I'm maybe still glowing a little bit. I don't know. Because they didn't put makeup on me.
So, which cuisine do you think is the most underrated or highlighted cuisine of India?
Food from Lakshadweep.
Damn. Okay.
That's one we didn't
We didn't even think about it.
think about it.
Okay, we thought we were all over the place.
I know.
What is it?
Food from Lakshadweep.
Are you
Yes,
familiar
yes.
with it?
I am familiar with it as a journalist who has taken quotes from people in Lakshadweep, and that's the sad state of affairs, right? Because I have not traveled there. But I have done stories, 2 stories I did. One was about, food from Lakshadweep, and they have this very interesting fish sauce that they age for like a month. It's almost like the garum. Oh my God, my mouth is watering. Anyway, so they have this fish sauce, and I actually did a story on the food politics of Lakshadweep because there was a meat ban in midday meals. And it's very strange because a large population of Lakshadweep, they depend on fish. In fact, their food is very similar to Maldivian food. So they have sharks, cured fish meat. And so you can't take that away. It's part of their identity, right? So, but I feel that, in fact, there is an Instagram page run by a girl. The Instagram page name is @foodiemiso. and she has a restaurant in Kerala. She makes food from her, state, and I'm just, the next time I visit Kerala, I'll just call her and be like, please feed me.
That
I think
sounds
we need to set up
really
a meal
interesting.
for the Seeti folks.
Seeti
Yeah.
folks with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Let's say, for example, I am from Assam, and I did a story on, for Ramzan, I did a story on the food of the Muslim community in Assam, which again, people don't know about, because food from the Northeast, well, any food from any state, is not a monolith because there are multiple communities and every community has their own identity. So there's just so much to do. If you ask me what we can do going forward, the possibilities are endless.
But that's the thing, right? With this, we can pick up 2-3 things, 4-5 things, and we can run with it because just see the firepower of the people that are there. And like I said, every storyteller is going to help increase and magnify and amplify the story. So hopefully turn this into something actionable. The last thing we want to do is pontificate, party, eat, faff.
Yes.
That's not the
No,
that's not
it's
the
a
intent
fact.
here.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I just knowing Priya for the short time that I have, she's going to grab it by the horns and make it work into something.
Yeah.
This was just a silly idea on a conversation we had,
Yeah.
and it's turned into this, like this.
Yeah.
We were made to
Line up.
arrive at the Queen's quarters outside. You're going to do this, and this. You're like, yep, okay. And here we are. So, and then we've also got the same kind of people that are motivated. So we definitely want to action something. But this and especially delicious when it's something like cuisine I've never tasted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that can be a nice little action
and
item.
from, I mean, the sea.
Yeah, from the
Be
sea.
fantastic.
Yeah.
How about this? Let's take a pledge too. Where do you live?
I live in Bombay.
Okay. We're in
And,
Bombay sometimes, all of us.
Yes. Bombay is an easy city. We can all be together sometime and then we can take this forward.
Yeah, and we like to cover it in some sense so that we know and we make it another action item of City.
Yes.
Because then let people start talking about the island's foods.
Yes.
Exactly. And it's really a topic I don't think any of us, I mean,
We didn't even think about it.
we talk so much about
Yeah.
food and the chefs we've met and the things that they're doing and the places they represent.
Yeah.
And we've been quite focused also in the Northeast and wanting to, make sure that we brought them in without realizing that, that part of India
It didn't even occur.
It didn't even
But good.
occur.
That's, if anything, this is an action. This conversation is an action item, right?
Yes. Well, I'm glad. So I will DM Foodie Mesu on Instagram and see how we can set this up.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
We'd love to do that.
Yeah.
You had one, what?
Who's the chef you'd like to take out for dinner and where would you take them?
Who's the chef I would like to take out for dinner and where I would take them? Oh my gosh.
Oh God, double hit question.
Oh.
Priya, scary. I do not want to be in her seat.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Double पूछा है? तुम लोग ने
Most
notice
difficult
करा?
question.
Viewers?
All right.
एक ने double मारा है.
Okay. Think.
Tick tick one.
Who is not familiar with food like the one that of course I would want them to taste my home food, right? So I will invite them home, but not home in Bombay. I will invite them to my home in Assam because it is really going to be a home ka garden to table experience. Who is the chef? Maybe I will take Pratik Sadhu.
Pratik Sadhu.
Yes, because I don't think he has been to, because he is doing food of the Himalayas now.
Yes.
And I live I live an hour away from Arunachal Pradesh. So, and the flora and fauna around there is very similar to Arunachal Pradesh. So, yes.
You know what he's going to find over there, no? Sea buckthorn. Sorry, I shall continue with these
follow the
questions.
notes.
Okay. Good Lord, lady, what have you come up with? The last time you whistled while eating a dish.
The last time I whistled while eating a dish. Gosh, it
Seeti
was...
Bajaya.
Seeti, like, matlab, you know. Ooh.
It was the monsoon menu of Noon. Just beautiful, brilliant, heartfelt, but most importantly, generous menu. You know, matlab dil khol ke khatir dali wala menu. Beautiful. Sorry, please pardon my Hindi. But yeah.
That's okay. I butcher it all day long. Okay, noon. Vanika is here.
Yeah, she's here. Her monsoon menu was just beautiful. She had oysters with like this powdered curry leaf, and can you believe it? That's how she served oysters.
Brilliant.
And she had mahua also on the menu.
We were meant to do the mahua tasting menu.
3 words you can stand in a food article, and 3 words you can't.
3 words I can stand.
Yeah. It's like I've come to terms with it.
Okay. 3 words. More like, well, can I say phrases?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think she can punish us.
Okay. So I think a few things that have become cliched. Okay. And then I have become blind spots. Ingredient driven.
What else is there in the fucking food if it's not ingredient?
Yes. Ingredient driven. That is one for sure. They're blind spots. I feel like we need more imagination at the moment. And then, of course, our favorite phrase, farm to table. Because even Anthony Bourdain says that, right? Like, if food doesn't come from the farm, where does it come from?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah. So, that's the second one. The third one, oh gosh, this is going to be hard. I actually did a story about this. I tried to decode the term chef-driven because it's used.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
It's used so often now. But after doing that story, I don't want to use that phrase anymore, chef-driven.
Because you wrote it too many times? Or you had to write too many times?
I have written it too many times, yes. And
No, I
also
think
the
they're the
story on
industry-
chef-driven, but yeah.
But you know, that's a unique thing I won't say unique thing, but it's fairly more common here than other places. Most places, it is chef-driven. Listen, chef is the center story.
Yeah.
But in a lot of places in India, there's no chef. It's just he's lost in the kitchen.
Yes.
But that's
It's,
also because till I think about 8 or 10 years ago, we're still going to 5-star hotels.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Never thought of it.
Yes.
that
You know,
way.
so it's a very new concept for us to actually find the chefs.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think my parents remember or, they went to, had memories at Rendezvous and, all those restaurants in Bombay and all. But I wouldn't be able to tell you if they knew the chefs that ran the restaurants or that made the menus or created that kind of nostalgia.
Yes.
However, today, because you have standalone restaurants and people are going to them a lot more, it's become something that people need to sort of put out there, I guess.
The chef was not the proprietor of the restaurant. But after the whole proliferation of standalone restaurants in India, it's when
No, and
people
now
started,
you do
yeah.
go for chefs.
Yeah.
You want to hear those stories
Yeah.
and you want to be eating meals curated by them.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. And I'm going to make it the last because we'll run out of time. But I like this one, producer. You've done well for yourself today. If AI or ChatGPT had to turn out a headline covering the Seeti movement, it would say...
Oh my gosh.
It's hard. I can't think of anything. Good one. She really thought this one. This is like taking a dig at your profession.
Yeah.
Full on.
Yeah, fully.
I know when I read it, I was like,
Oh, nice.
Good
And I zeroed in on that. I'm like, yeah,
amazing. Okay. But, oh my God, GPT chat to chart or something like that, no?
good
Chat,
one. Qualia to
something like
something.
Yeah, GPT chat to
Chat.
Gwalior charts. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That
Thank
you.
That was a nice save. Got
This is
it.
over.
Yeah.
Done.
Breathe.
I don't know how many times I've been knocking myself.
That was well batted. I thought we'll be fumbling around this answer for
I
a
thought
bit.
so too.
Yeah. Saved by
Yeah.
The CT.
Saved by the
CT.
CT. I like the way you throw that in there.
It was slightly lame one though.
Huh?
Who was in charge of blowing it?
What? You had a flaccid CT? Or what?
Yes.